District 214 covers about 62 square miles, slightly larger than the city of St. Louis. We've got an enrollment varies anywhere between 12,500 to 13,000 students, comprised across 7 campuses. It's the second largest high school district in Illinois. Some of the biggest challenges that our radio users previously were having was just the connectivity, because the systems were not interconnected at all between buildings, and sometimes even within the building they weren't connected. We were actually using radios that were from back in the 60s, repeaters that were back in the 50s. In meeting with Motorola and in meeting with Chicago Communications, we knew that we had this commitment that we were going to be partners in this, that we were going to work on this system together, that even if there was a problem, we're going to work through it. We're going to get there, and we're all invested in the success of the system.
Initially, when we sat down with them, their concerns were coverage to all the schools and trying to communicate. So we came up with a basic system, Motorola IP Site Connect.
Once they got familiar with the system and happy with the system, then we just added on to fit their needs and budgets at the time. As they started out with maybe 150 radios, we're now up to 1,000 radios.
So that led to a Link Capacity Plus system, which also led to additional repeaters, so that gave us some redundancy that we didn't have with the IP Site Connect system. We added GPS through Neoterra. We track all of their fleet vehicles from driver ed cars to the buses.
We report out the vehicle location every 30 seconds, along with its speed and its heading, which is all built into the radio feature, which is great.
We added the AVTEC console, single position, then we followed up with a logging recorder to log all the trunk traffic. With that, we followed up again a later year with the Wave solution that gave them the ability to cross all the platforms from cellular phones to the two-way radio system.
There have been a few events that have really reaffirmed our decision to upgrade the system.
We had a pretty scary situation about a year ago involving a student, and I was able to go to a channel where I was able to communicate with just certain high-level administrators about what was going on, which was so much more effective when I'm in the middle of leading a crisis than trying to text somebody. I think that's the way that it's changed the most, is having a sense of safety and security in our ability to communicate.
Yes, we have phones, but the delay in texting and the delay in calling would just it could jeopardize safety.
A big difference between the cell phone communication and using two-way radios is that with the cell phones, we're reliant on the cell phone network. For example, in this building, just the way that it's constructed, it's really hard to get a cell signal. Whereas with the two-way radio, you pick it up, you're connected, you've got that right now, instant communication.
We've had students walk out into the middle of the street before, we've had to do lockdowns, we've had many different situations where the radios are absolutely critical. There is no way we could function without them.
We use them daily. They're a big part of our job. Sometimes the radio needs to be updated, so I have a laptop and I'm able to program the radios to the specific school and then update them if they need to be updated.
Like any other school district, we've had our share of emergency or crisis events. When those happen, we need that reliable, instant communication, and we need to know what's going to happen. The safety and security of the students and the staff and the general public using the buildings is the core critical function of the system, which it has proved itself over time and time again.